Hey, you dorks, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you are listening to The Dorkening.
Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Ah, meow. Oh, Gary the Snail, too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh, and Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned. My friend's going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
We are now live on another awesome episode of The Dorkening. With us today, we have James.
What's going on, everybody? And my friend here named Greg.
Aw.
Yo,
Everybody.
yo.
I have no friends. What's up, you guys? And
What was that?
I have the thing to like put in front of me to be all like cool and stuff. I feel sad.
Yeah, but you have real cats.
True.
Yeah.
Go get your cat.
Meow, 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 meow.
Hello.
What do I have in front of me? I got a Raz figurine because I backed Psychonauts 2. There we go.
There you go.
Nice. I have. Oh, hold on. My copy of Three Jokers came in today.
There we go.
Only one issue?
Only one issue so far.
Oh, I'm excited and cautious of like what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Because it's like this sounds like wow, this is gonna be either one way or the other. I don't feel like there's gonna be a good in between.
Now, is this tying in with the Joker War as well? Because I haven't done anything yet. What's that?
I've been away from comics for a bit because the irony of making comics is not being able to read comics.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. Hello, my Dorkening people. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Sergio, I just have to say, this is the way.
Yeah, that trailer was amazing.
Yes, it was. Did you see the breakdown videos of it
No,
yet?
I don't watch break. I watch it because I enjoy it, and it gets me excited to see the show when it comes out at the end of next month.
This is the way.
Even though it just won 5 Emmys tonight, so
He says, this is the way, or that is the way? This is the way.
this is the way.
Yeah.
Is Uganda Knuckles in the Mandalorian or something? Is that what's happening?
Knuckles? What? Are we talking about Sonic now?
Oh, wait, you guys are in your like late 50s. I forgot. Sorry. I forgot. I'm the voice of youth here.
You are okay. Clue us in there, Alex.
It's a dead meme. That's all it is.
A dead meme.
Yeah, it's. Oh god, I don't want to get into the history of it. Just if anyone knows what I'm talking about, go check out Greg Zilla. He's the guy who basically originated the meme, and it just snowballed into this whole thing. But he's a great animator and artist, and just go follow him. I think he's an animator on Super Meat Boy at the moment, so check out his stuff.
Is this before or after Charlie the Unicorn?
Way after. Like this was like, I don't know, like a few years ago. Okay. Charlie Unicorn is definitely like
90s.
No, what? 90s?
Really?
What's your timeline, Leo?
Early aughts.
I guess mid 2000s would have to be Charlie Unicorn. It was like early internet, probably, when you could still get the what was it called? It was like the arsonist toolkit or something.
Yeah.
When you can download that without risk.
Anarchist's
cookbook.
Yeah, Anarchist cookbook. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that without getting like put on a watch list.
Oh yeah.
Those were the days.
So
the good days.
The Teardown video. What I was trying to get at is they took a screen cap of the Mandalorian riding that speeder bike, and they said, and it's real blurry, and it's like pixelated and shit, and they like draw out an outline and say this could be Boba Fett's backpack, and this is his helmet. And
also just be someone.
How about we just
something in the
watch?
background
I really
or we
thought
just watch the show and just enjoy it and wait the 6 weeks till it comes out.
I really thought, because you brought up the Charlie Unicorn comparison, I thought you were going to say like they did an outline of like what the thing could be in the background. It's like it's a Leo Pleurodon, Mandy. It's a Leo Pleurodon.
I got so much flack for that because my name's Leo. It was
Why is that? Please
That's why your name
tell me
is
that's
Aaron.
your
You
like.
don't get fired or anything with my name.
That's your gamer tag, please.
Leo Pleurodon.
Yeah,
it should be.
Totally can change it.
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about Mandalorian, but I know the big talk is definitely PlayStation tonight. What were you guys' first thoughts of the trailer?
Which one?
Or do you mean are we talking about? You said PlayStation, not Mandalorian. So are we doing Mandalorian or are we doing PlayStation?
Like, Wolfie's right, by the way. Wolfie's.
Yes, I know, Wolfie. I have a sickness that I have to like dig deep and watch all the spoilers, and yeah.
As the kids in my generation would say, that is accurate AF.
Yeah. So let's talk PlayStation, because I have some of the videos queued up, and
that is from the 90s, Leo.
It is.
Yeah. I have to say I think PlayStation. I think a lot of these digital events have been really well put together. I mean, you really can't mess them up realistically. It's not as bad as being like live at E3 or something like that.
You can mess them up if you're Blizzard and you ask people if they have a cell phone.
Well, wasn't that also at a live event?
Yeah, I think it was
weren't you not listening to what I just said?
Yeah, I know.
Well, you can also argue Ubisoft. You can also argue Ubisoft recently, like releasing a statement.
Ubisoft.
Releasing like a statement about the accusations about their companies and the very bad stuff they're doing, and they made an addressed video with the CEO, but it wasn't a part of the actual live stream, which would not have been hard to edit to put it in, but clearly it would be bad for the brand image. So they're clearly not taking too much risk, and people don't just ignore that. Like, it's a good start, but if you're going to start, you got to start the start. So start,
Start to start.
Don't just make it a side video and go, hey, we're sorry, by the way, but here's some video game trailers. No, you got to own up to your shit.
So for me, I like how they, they kind of hinted at what the launch games were going to be. None of them, in my opinion, were real shockers that we knew what was going to be launched with the system. Some of the news that did come out was the PlayStation Plus collection of kind of the greatest hits of PlayStation 4 ready, available to play, and all you have to do is just download them. So they're basically free for PlayStation 5 PS Plus users, which I thought that's gutsy. Like, I thought that was really interesting. But right then and there, also when that announced, I just have a feeling that you're not going to get a lot of first party. Your launch title list is going to be a lot smaller because they're going to I think rely on the collection a little bit, being like, oh no, we put games out there, for you guys to have for free as we wait for some of our developers to have these games readily available. And I think that was because Sony didn't want to lose out on the holiday market because of the pandemic. And that's why a lot of these games got pushed to 2021. I know you have Spider-Man coming out holiday. So is holiday when it comes out, or is that a December release title? So I'm very curious to see exactly what the launch list is going to be and when they release that.
So here's I took notes as the video was playing, and so Spider-Man, they said holiday 2020, Hogwarts Legacy 2021, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War holiday 2020, and the alpha is available for download tomorrow, and you can play for free this weekend. Resident Evil Village was 2021. Death Loop was Q2 2021. Devil May Cry was the only title out of the bunch that they listed as a launch title.
I think they did Fortnite too was launch.
Yeah, sorry, Fortnite.
Oh, is that new?
Brand new game. Yeah, and then they had the PlayStation Plus collection.
Yeah,
which again has awesome games in it. Like, it literally is the who's of PlayStation 4 games, from Uncharted 4 to Batman Arkham Knight to Detroit Beyond Human, all the way up to God of War, Last of Us Remastered, and
Resident Evil.
But here's the interesting thing about it. Even though Last of Us 2 was a recent release, I would not be surprised if you had a remastered version on PlayStation 5 come out shortly after launch.
Yeah.
Maybe a deluxe edition or something at some point.
Or a game of the year or something like that.
Yeah.
The other games they listed that they did not give a date on, Oddworld Soulstorm, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and let's see, PlayStation Studios, Demon Souls.
I think that's gonna be 2021. I think a lot. Like I said, I think Microsoft's running in the same thing. But what got me really excited was how many of those was PlayStation exclusive.
Oh yeah,
PlayStation exclusive. Like, the majority of that stuff was like, this is what's only coming to PlayStation, including Final Fantasy 16, which again I saw that I was like, what the hell is this?
Devil May Cry 5. Just.
Yep. So we didn't mention that it comes out November 12th, and the pricing is $3.99 for the digital, $4.99 for the disc version.
All right. So Yo-Yo told me to stop talking.
I hate to say I told you so, but
do you want to clear your throat? Do you want to clear your throat, Yo-Yo? And
just put a little bit dirt off my shoulder,
Well, the funny thing was Bloomberg announced yesterday. They said, it was going to be like $50 less.
Yeah, it was supposed to be what
$350,
$450 and $350. Yeah.
Liars.
They are.
Those liars. I'm glad I didn't vote for them.
So with hardware inside, it makes sense.
Yeah,
and like I said, and I think, and then today, like, they put out the specs of the system. The only thing that you don't know about the digital version is the storage. That's the one thing Sony wouldn't release, was the storage space on the digital system.
I thought it was the same as the physical.
I
read somewhere it was the same.
Well, isn't the logic behind the disc part was like, we're adding another 100 just in case?
So the PlayStation 5 disc version,
whatever, guys, whatever.
The PlayStation 5 is $500, and it comes with 4K, 120 hertz, and 8K support. It comes with a custom 825 gigabyte SSD storage drive, and the disk drive is 4K ultra high def Blu-ray. So the digital edition is 4K 120 hertz 8K support. Storage size is TBA, but for the storage size for the Xbox Series S is 512 NVMe SSD storage drive. So
bullshit.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that it's gonna come out and be like, oh, it's like Leo said, it's the same, or whoever said it's the same as the PlayStation 5. So, I just think
I think they're gonna eat the cost and put it at the same amount of storage as the non-digital version, or just slightly more.
Well, I think what happened was Sony was like, okay, Microsoft's at $299. We're going to stick with our $400 price point because we know it's a better system, and I think the market's going to dictate that.
Yep.
I just feel like the Xbox Series S, the smaller one, is going to be not up. That's going to get very much outpaced very quickly, and I think Yo-Yo said that last week. As just the processing speed is not going to be able to keep up with the graphic card, it's not going to keep up with the games as the generation evolves.
That might be a good play for people that are buying a PS5 and then want to just have an Xbox, for some of the exclusives that they might have.
What exclusives do they have?
I don't know.
You want that Gears 9
they
game?
might have one day when you can tweet in.
Well, they had that pirate game, right?
Happy Hump Day, Robert.
So what's going to end up happening is you're going to get iterations of the Xbox. You're going to get, like, in a few more years, you're going to get an upgraded version of both of them with a better processor. And, like, so, I don't know. I'm just not on board with their strategy at the moment.
They got Halo. If they come out with a new Banjo-Kazooie game, I bet they would get a lot of people. Like the same.
Yeah, but I have a feeling like even if that Banjo-Kazooie, I think Rave would try to push their hardest, even though they're owned by Microsoft, to be like, it has to be on both systems. Like, it feels like it's Rave, and that's what they would do.
Good man out there.
I am a good man.
Hey, yo, Alex.
I don't know. It just feels like even being second to the price release and the date release, Sony still won. I still think they're going to win the console sales because I think I just think it's going to be a better system. And I think the exclusive titles and stuff like that and some of the stuff you're seeing is going to make it a better game. So I know they showed the price of the controllers are $70. That was leaked. That was shown on Walmart.
It's $5 more than they cost now normally.
Yeah. So
I mean,
but I just hope
justify the $5. I'm perfectly fine with it.
My thing for the PlayStation is I love having a blue controller. I've had a blue controller since PlayStation 2. I want my blue controller for PlayStation 5. So I do hope they come out with like colored controllers or
they always do.
So
I mean, it's maybe a matter of time, but they always do. I'm confused on how a company that like sells like an operating system for computers, so they should understand how your should work and create what goes into creating it when it's gonna lock their graphics card at a specific clock speed.
Yeah.
But the average customer don't know that, so why even bother?
Yeah, you're hampering performance though. So I mean, like there's a lot of weird decisions that Microsoft's made compared to what PlayStation's made. Like the fact that you have not only a faster processor, but it's at a variable clock speed, which means it's going to be capable of going higher when need be. So I mean, you're going to get more, even with the slight step down compared to like how many teraflops it can do. The sheer fact that it is going to be able to run faster. I'm sure the RAM going to be faster, knowing Sony. It's going to perform better. There's going to be a noticeable difference when you get to like games that are going to be available on both. So,
I mean, like I said, in some of the games that they announced, and it like I said before, and they're showing, only one game was not on One game was not showed rendered on the PlayStation 5, and it was the Final Fantasy 16 trailer, which I think that is a huge coup for them. Is because I know Final Fantasy 15 was on both consoles, and now that 16 is only going to be on the PlayStation. In my opinion, that was very, very impressive. Again, I'm not a Final Fantasy fan to begin with, so I could care less about the system and the games. The last Final Fantasy.
Me with this, Leo. I've been trying my best to avoid everything Miles Morales because I still want to get through the first game. I don't even care if there's no spoilers. It's like,
there's no spoilers.
Let me just build to this, please.
Yeah. So, I just feels like Microsoft is already playing catch up, and the system hasn't even come out yet. And I think it's interesting that Sony was like, we're gonna wait 2 days to release it, and we're gonna let Microsoft have their day on a Tuesday, and we're just gonna release ours on a Thursday, and be like, good luck. And it's gonna be very interesting. I do feel bad for the retail people who are working that week, regardless of what retail you're working at. So good luck with that, people. Good luck, Yo-Yo.
Yeah, thanks. Good luck, Yo-Yo.
With good spirit.
So they said, and this was news released yesterday, that I guess there was they're not really sure if it was an issue with production, but they're 4 million short of what they thought they were.
Yeah, but Sony came out and debunked that and says, no, our production is where we want it to be, and our production has not stopped.
Yeah, apparently
they were very quick to be like, that's false. That's not correct. Like, we are going to have the units that we want out there for launch day.
So, and is US getting 4 million units or 3 million?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why is Miles dressed as Scott Pilgrim in this game?
Because it's winter.
It's a surprise. It's a surprise like mashup.
I'm down if Miles is getting some love and has to get through some 7Xs. I'm down for that.
Sergio was asking how much is the PlayStation. So the pricing released today is $399 for the digital version, $499 for the one with a disc.
Demon Souls.
So according to Polygon, they're saying that the launch titles are going to be Demon Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Astro's Playroom, Destruction All-Stars, Sackboy Big Adventure, and Fortnite. I thought Odyssey was coming out. Assassin's Creed. Not Odyssey.
Maybe. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if some games are released that are just ports of the PlayStation 4. Yeah. Like I would, like you said, you're going to get your Madden that's probably going to released on game day or on launch title. You're going to get, some other stuff that's going to be very much, just reskins for the system to come out. Like they said, I wouldn't be surprised if Avengers comes out on the PlayStation 5. That's readily available right after the launch.
How is that?
Some other stuff like that. I haven't purchased it yet, so
okay.
I only played the beta, and the beta was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to playing the actual game. I just have to wait to buy it.
I find the game concerning.
So, Alex,
why?
Because of the microtransactions and how they're like doing exclusive depending on like the companies and all that type of stuff, all the nitty gritty, horrible corporate stuff that's going on behind it. And how it seems predatory of like what's to come later as a, what's it called? When they do roadmap kind of games, it always seems, skeevy as it goes on, like they did with Destiny. And it seems like they're totally going to do that with the Avengers because it's like one of the hugest properties in the world. It's
so real quick for those of you watching the live stream right now, the graphics that they were just showing was actual gameplay graphics because it's very similar to the existing Spider-Man. Which is just
the only thing in the show that wasn't was Final Fantasy 7. So Final Fantasy 16 was on a PC.
Oh, I meant not like the CGI cutscenes. Like
it's actually like on console rendered big gameplay, not just like for recording.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, for me, I'm really curious, Alex, with that is to see how their whole thing about the Avengers game was they're going to be updating it constantly with new missions and new Avengers, and the story's just going to keep evolving and going and going and going and ongoing.
It just, a lot of it, the practices that have been tried and true of, it just doesn't give me good faith. And the people who, because I love the Avengers, I love all that stuff. And it's just like, as much as I love a lot of the properties and intellectual properties that are, out there, I can't not argue that there is some really slimy stuff behind it that I don't want to support.
Sergio is asking, can you play movies on the PlayStation? Yes, you can. You can buy digital
Another
movies.
L for Xbox.
What's that?
Another L for Xbox.
Yeah,
the 4K Blu-rays on the PlayStation. I don't think you can on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Can I play my VHS tapes on it?
Yes, you can. No,
it's those Betamax you need, man. Come on.
Yeah.
What a weird sell if they went for that. Just like you could.
It says it as a 4K Blu-ray disc drive. On the Xbox.
But the Xbox one does.
Yep.
Okay.
No. Yeah, no. I'm with you, Alex, on that. It's Square Enix, so I have a little bit more faith in them than I do with, say, EA. On that, but they were very early on. I know with the developers were like, all the updates are free and all the additional content is free. They're not trying to do the buy the DLC multiple times or doing like a season pass for it. So
also as as it goes, it's like that decision can change in an instant with these kind of.
Depends how good season it depends how much people buy the first game. Like if no one's buying it.
But also, I mean, it takes days because who knows 14 days from now when they start, pulling crap when reviews are finally out, like they keep doing recently with a lot of big games where it's just like, then they decide to put in like in commercials and like that 2K, Ultimate Fighter game or, like they didn't Crash Team Racing where I know these are different game companies, but it's all the same practices where it's just scum. It's just scummy ways to just get more cash.
Yeah, they have been doing some shifty things lately.
And I'm not saying it's bad or playing devil's advocate, but also I'm not excited for Hogwarts Legacy unless I can play a trans character. It's the only way I'll play it. I think that's a good win. I'd be down.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I
would role play. I'm a cis man, but I'm so down to play that to spite. What's a turf? That they call him a turf, right? What J.K. Rowling is now because she's be making a new book about a murderer that dresses like a lady or something. I don't know. It's just obnoxious for someone that made such an impact on progressive children, to such good moral lessons in her stories, and she turned out to be such a closed-minded asshole in some cases.
Sergio's asking about pay-per-view. No, but you could do apps you might be able to do HBO on it or all the other streaming apps like Netflix and whatnot.
I'm really coming off as a fuck the man type of person right now, aren't I?
It's okay. So, Alex, I was going to ask you, have you played Ghost of Tsushima yet?
No, I haven't.
Because I would feel that would be totally your jam.
Dude, it's made by Sucker Punch. Of course, it's my jam. They have a Sly Cooper costume unlock that I want.
The game artistically is so friggin' beautiful. It's amazing.
Also, someone tweeted out today oh my god, that Sly 5 trailer looked amazing, and I knew it was a lie. It was so mean. Someone just tweeted out oh my god, doesn't that game look great? Don't give me hope. Don't. I know it's not going to happen.
You never know. We're getting Ratchet and Clank is supposed to be a launch title, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, it is. It's going to be along with that group of games, but I find it amazing that Insomniac is putting out Spider-Man, Miles Morales, the new Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, and probably the next Spider-Man game. and that's a lot. That's a lot for one company to do.
So, out of all of us here, who is going to pick up a PlayStation? Who's going to get an Xbox?
I'm getting a PlayStation.
I'm going to go PlayStation this generation.
I'm going to get what I can get. I might get both. I might go.
I considered that, but I have too many other things I got to get.
I might go full Krampus in Christmas and just trample over people and get stuff.
I'm gonna go definitely Sony.
What game? Okay, what game are you most excited about that was announced?
Horizon.
Oh yeah, you're. I still haven't played any Horizon. You do that for every game. Every game, Leo. Every game.
Yeah, you really do.
Play. You're just like.
It's. I'm very picky with my games, and because I don't get that much time to play, and when I play a game, I like live in that universe. Like when I was playing Red Dead, I was becoming a cowboy for a while. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Just living the Greek life.
Can I say I'm very disappointed that there's been no DLC for Red Dead?
Yeah, and they keep on like there was. I signed up to one of these forums like Red Dead Mysteries, and there was all these pictures of people posting like we're getting a zombie DLC, and they were like showing pictures of like dead people acting weird and stuff, and they said come in October we're gonna get zombie DLC, and that was last year. And
well, like I know they want I know they've been building like the online world of like Red Dead. I'm like, I don't want to put any time in there. Like let me go back as spoiler alert, Arthur Morgan, and kind of do like a undead, Red Dead Undead, whatever it was.
Undead Nightmare.
Or give me some additional storylines I can do, because I beat Arthur Morgan's main storyline. It's like, okay, now, and I did, the rest of it, the prologue. And now it's just like, okay, like I want to go back and replay it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to go through that first chapter of like the tutorial again, because that's just tedious in that game. So it's like, I just was like, give me some more content. And I'm like, everybody's like, go online. You could do so much online. I'm like, I don't want to go online. I don't want to no.
Yeah. I still need to go back and finish that game.
Yeah, I never 100% those type of games. So.
Oh, I didn't even finish the main storyline. I just I wandered around. I hunted.
You got distracted by horse testicles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why isn't that the DLC? Just like to have like a meter to grow them or something. You can have a slider just to customize your horses. I'm a breeder.
You can shrink them. You can't grow them. You can shrink them.
Was anybody else surprised?
Like a real thing if you go into like the winter tundras.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's people
react to the weather.
Was anybody else surprised that they didn't address backwards compatibility in any of these pressers?
Yeah.
Yep. I heard they're not going to be able to play like other. Well, what was it? It was I'm going to assume it was PlayStation, that it might be able to play PS1, PS2, and Plaza.
Rumor had it,
but not PS1.
Rumor had it was you can play all PS titles all the way back to PlayStation 1. That was the initial rumor a year and a half, 2 years ago. Was that it's going to be a fully backwards compatible game where you can put a PlayStation 1 disc in and perfectly fine, because they were trying to tie it into the 25th anniversary of PlayStation. And that they haven't addressed any of the backwards compatibility. The only thing it looks like is based on what they showed today with the PlayStation Plus collection is that it's not backwards compatible.
Also, I don't know, I giggled earlier in that trailer because I was immediately reminded of the Sonic 06 game where they basically gave Sonic like a human Final Fantasy girlfriend. And for like a split second in my mind, I was like, oh my God, is this a Sonic 06 remaster? And just making overtop Final Fantasy meets Sonic. Because I love how uncanny those characters do not work together. where you have high concept anime like fantasy characters, and then you got Sonic the Hedgehog.
Can
Have
they,
you ever played Five Nights at Freddy's?
I've never even seen the movie.
I have.
There's what?
Is there a movie or is it just a game?
That's a game.
It's a game.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
I think you're
you're
thinking of like the Banana Splits movie.
Okay, Alex. What? Get your jiving. Your jive.
No, sorry. Turn up your hearing aid, and you can hear me better. This is called Five Nights at Freddy's. Do you remember that? Well, I pointed out at you when we hang out over at Hot Topic when you look at the pop figures, and I have to tell you, like, no, that's the new thing kids are into today.
So was it originally a movie? It was a movie, right?
No, it was.
Again,
It was
thinking the Banana Splits movie.
You're thinking of the Banana Splits movie. Remember they made a Banana Splits movie, and because they're trying to harp off of the Five Nights at Freddy's because they just lost the rights to it at Warner Brothers. So they're like, oh, we still need to get something. So they just like recycled Banana Splits to everyone's dismay.
So what was
showed that to my mom, and she was so heartbroken. She was like, the Banana Splits. And then at the end of it, she looked at me and was like, why?
So out of the bunch that was released, what are you guys most excited for?
I'd have to go with Miles Morales. So
Miles Morales. Alex?
I have to say this Resident Evil 8. I'm really down. I'm really down.
Resident Evil 4.2.
Yeah, because it's like, are you playing as Ethan? There's this weird witchy lady. There's werewolves. It's like, what ransom note has Resident Evil become that I want to get into? And is it going to be VR? Because that last game in VR was so great to subject my friends into when they come over to my house. My friend almost kicked me in the face.
They did a really good job. I actually thought about that before, like releasing a VR game. It wasn't like just tacked on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good experience.
So that's the question. Will the VR unit work on PlayStation 5?
Also,
it shouldn't.
Trailer already, right?
They should make an upgraded version.
Yeah,
they should. Hey, maybe if they actually remaster, Resident Evil 4, they'll actually make it VR, like centric, or just like a option, which would be very interesting. But also, it'd probably be way more terrifying because you will stay stationary when you shoot. And you're stationary in VR while zombies are slowly approaching you. Sounds great.
I think I'm with you guys. I'm more excited for Spider-Man. Miles.
I don't know. Like I said,
I mean, just based on the launch ones, because I mean,
of the launch
Village.
Yeah, Valhalla.
I mean, realistically, we haven't even touched on the biggest reveal of this was the God of War Ragnarok tease at the very end of the show, at the end of the thing. I haven't played the new God of War, so
me neither.
I heard it's unbelievably good, and it kind of it took kind of a different direction, which was really nice. But I know the only thing I was told was, the ending is the ending, and I'm not gonna how it gets there, but suppose like at the end of it, Thor shows up, and that ends the game is when Thor arrives. So it's like that's how they end the game. So it was very much teased, set up for like a
continuation,
a sequel. But again, I like how they kind of were like, we had the old God of Wars happen, but we're kind of doing its own thing. We already saw this as well. We're gonna.
What about?
But we didn't see the.
It's probably its own trailer, Leo.
What about Deathloop? Because
that looks like so much fun. That game looks like so much fun.
I'm excited to see like how they upgraded Dishonored kind of stuff, because clearly it's a lot of Dishonored, DNA, because it's from the same people. But I want to see what they're going to do. What I'm kind of wondering is, I don't know. I probably have to dig deeper into it. Is it like I know you have to go out and like kill people, and it's a loop of doing stuff when you die. But is it like does everything reset every time you die, where you have to go in and try to execute all your targets?
I think it does because
I think in the trailer it showed that like every morning he does this, and you have to do this to make him go to this event.
Yeah, but is there repetition? Do you, like if you kill your target and then die, would that target come back, or would you just loop back to the very beginning? Because I'm wondering what the repetition is. Are you going to be able to kill and then reset, and that target is gone, or does everything reset and you have to figure out a way to take out all of the guys in one fell swoop? I can only imagine how bad it would be.
Resets.
I think the whole day resets. I think it's like Groundhog Day. The whole day resets. But you have the knowledge of the day before.
I just hope it doesn't get repetitive, because I would be totally upset if I was about to kill the very last person in the game and then the whole game just reset. I just want what that would destroy all humans, man. I just don't want to go through it all again.
Well, it seems like in the trailer there's one assassin who's aware of the time loop, and she's hunting you. So
and you can also play as her.
I don't know.
No, you can play as her and like go after someone else online.
Destiny is a next-gen first-person shooter about rival assassins locked in a time loop. This is our unique vision, what Arkane is all about. Freeform immersive gameplay, a surreal player-driven story smashed together.
Demo.
Want to see some stylish action? Check this out.
My predecessor, has been pronounced guilty of treason. He is to be shot on sight and forth in perpetuity.
I don't think this is the same trailer that they showed today.
It is not, because it's the reveal event.
I think this is an older trailer, but also, can we even play this without like? Because this is like YouTube and stuff, right?
Well, a lot of times it's more audio they listen for, not video. That's
what I mean. It's audio.
And someone just keeps playing.
Yeah, this is the new one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of more like Dishonored with machine guns. It seems like in a way, which I'm what I'm so down for, because I like Dishonored. The only thing I don't like about Dishonored mostly is like to be good, you're going to essentially have to play the game much slower and longer.
I am a respected scientist. I've done so many loops, I've learned to run circles around him.
Still like it, though.
Hey, over here! I'm coming for you! Freedom! Kill him! What the hell?
I've tried taking my targets out one.
I love these visuals.
Yeah.
But there's never enough time.
Now, is it? Am I wrong thinking that this has like a Borderlands type of vibe?
I would say that has the same kind of flair, where this kind of has like a 70s semi blaxploitation like stylization, where like Borderlands is a bit more comic book like graphic design style with its cell shading.
Yeah.
Because this one gives me kind of like what was it? What's it called? That British one, Us Lovely Few. What was it?
Oh, Us Happy Few.
Us Happy Few. Yeah. It's got kind of that kind of groove. I would say it's groovy.
Feel not the same art style though.
Not the same art style, but like the kind of grooviness.
Definitely that same feel.
Yeah. But I'm kind of down. I'm even getting some Wolfenstein-y kind of feels from it.
Oh, PlayStation 5 pre-order is now live on Best Buy.
Yep. I already got the email about that one.
There we go.
So it's probably gonna be sold out by the time I get there tomorrow.
Leo literally took a deep breath and was like,
Yo, yo.
Can we clip that? Can we put that in the channel? Just like
soundboard.
Yeah. So they're probably going to be sold out by the time I get there tomorrow.
I mean,
Leo, I'm not even joking about this.
As long as they're still allowed to do pre-orders, you can always just do the pre-order online, though.
Yeah, but I can't access my credit card from online.
Leo, there should be a larger collection of gifts specifically of you, because I know they'd be used so much.
Nobody wants that.
Oh, I want them.
This game does look amazing though.
I'm down.
Bethesda?
I like how it looks.
Wait. Bethesda?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's their.
I mean, that explains some of the movements of the characters.
At least it's not made out of the what was it? The what engine did they use for all their games? That
God, I can't remember. Yeah, they were using that for way too long. God, I can't remember the name of it though.
Unreal? No.
No, that would. I think that might be less glitchy.
Yeah, no, Leo, I'm looking at the cart right now, and I can just push buy now.
Oh, by the way, what'd you guys think about the new Crash Bandicoot? They released more footage for it, but I love Crash Bandicoot, but the bullshit they're putting out there is that, oh, you can get it for pre-order. It comes out next month. Super sweet, right? But if you want to play the demo, you got to pre-order it digitally. The demo's not free. You have to pre-order it to try the demo.
Really?
And the trailer is out.
Is this it?
Advertising.
Time?
Yeah, that's the older trailer that was the announcement. But yeah, you have to actually, if you want to try the game, you got to pre-order the game. So what's the point of demos anymore? The whole point of demos is to see, like, do you like it or not? No, you're gonna have to buy it to see if you like it.
Do you want the old PlayStation magazine or the Pizza Hut demo discs that we used to get?
You're damn right I do.
Nowadays,
are you on Best Buy right now, Leo?
No, I'm watching the trailer.
Yeah, BS. You're just like,
we know you have multiple monitors.
I'm not clicking buy now right now. What are you talking about?
Look, you'll see like Crash Bandicoot demo, and it's the latest trailer, and the whole video is like, try the trailer now, and then it will end with saying like, oh, but only, just write demo. Yeah. Yeah, see, came out 10 hours ago. And it's like, I like the new look that they're kind of doing from him. The same people who did the Reignited trilogy, Toys for Bob. And I'm down for it. They got like Nicholas Cole and I forget the other guy's name. Nicholas something such. God. But
oh yeah.
See that? You see that little last thing at the end?
Yeah, you need to pre-order to get the demo.
What's the point? What's the point anymore? What's the point of anything? They got in hot water earlier because there was a thing about having microtransactions to buy single player like costumes or stuff like that, and people are super pissed about that. And then they backpedaled on it, and now they're like, "Oh, now you got to pre-order to get the demo." It's like, why? Where's the good faith?
It's all about DLC.
Creation engine, by the way.
Also, I'm really excited for the new Ratchet and Clank here.
Yeah, the last one was good.
I also know for a fact they probably are using like the crowd system they did in Spider-Man. They brought it over to Ratchet and Clank, and that's why you see a lot more characters running around this time in the background.
Well, it was also too. Did you see the Ratchet Clank is part of the PlayStation Plus collection?
Yes.
So you can play both of them back to back.
I can play the remake they made to that's a watered down version of the first one, but it's fun to play.
Yeah, it is.
But goddamn, is the story so lame?
Yeah, but it pokes fun of itself,
In the lamest ways.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything else.
They also took out like some of the most interesting characters for the sake of the movie that has the blandest, boringest characters, and anything that was actually self-aware in the original games has been scrubbed in the new game because the new game feels like something the old Ratchet and Clank would in fact make fun of now. It's insane.
This looks like it's going to be super fun, though.
What's that, Yo-Yo?
Even
This looks like
retcon.
it's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Ratchet and Clank games have always been awesome.
I'm also I'm also so into like the lore of Ratchet and Clank growing up in these games that like I'm thinking like, look, Dr. Nefarious says the Dimensionator right there. And I think the dimension jumps could imply that they're going to the Lombax dimension that all the rest of the Lombaxes went into, because Ratchet's the only Lombax in this universe, technically. So who knows? He might be able to find his father again that he was left on this planet. Very dramatic stuff for something that's not conveyed well story-wise in the first game.
I thought there was like a girl Lombax at one point.
Yeah, they tried to retcon that. Explain it's a muddy time. Sorry to cut you off, Yo-Yo.
Well, no, it was not part of the original trailer for this.
This is the extended gameplay.
No, are you talking about the PS2 games? The Lombax that was in the second game? Going Commando?
I think so.
Yeah, that kind of got semi-explained away. That's like the only other Lombax in the universe. And then it turned out there was another one for Crank in Time, which is one of the best games in the Ratchet series. And God, I'm so glad Ratchet's still going on, but goddamn, do I miss Sly Cooper. Not so much for Thieves in Time, because didn't have the soul as much as the other games.
Sly Cooper was a fantastic series.
I also think that, like, if you're going to, because a lot of kids grew up with this game, that when you age it up, you got to do like a DuckTales type thing, and kind of make sure the writing matures with the audience. Even if it's a juvenile thing, you still have an audience coming back to it that likes it. Don't be juvenile and make it seem too far to disbelieve in a way. And I know it's about a time traveling raccoon that steals shit, but still, it's like, come on, don't treat your audience dumb.
So this was what, PS3?
PS2 and PS3.
Yeah.
No, it's PS3.
I thought they were on PS2 as well.
The original trilogy was. This was on the PS3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because this is 2013.
Yeah, and this was by a completely different developer. This wasn't by Sucker Punch, that was currently working on Infamous at this time when they were doing this. They were doing, I think, Second Son, probably, while this was being released. And the studio that was developing this was actually going to continue, but they dropped it to work on another game franchise they thought would take off much more than Sly Cooper would, which unfortunately was Sonic Boom. And it wasn't the Sonic Boom the one that came out, but another Sonic Boom in the series. And I guess that got canceled. I don't know what happened to the developer. That's just word of mouth, but come on. Is Leo gone? Leo.
Did Leo literally just leave the show?
I think
all right.
He's like, he's like, I can't talk about Sly Cooper anymore. Alex is just doing way too much information on Sly Cooper.
I think we found out who the developer was because he just disappeared.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, here's the question though: if he logged out, who cancels this fee? The stream, because it's all through him.
Oh no,
I guess it's
all
like
us.
last week where George kind of just stuck here.
Everybody look at us.
I think this is just an indefinite show now.
This is
We'll
the show
go
that
through
doesn't.
So I'm excited for the PlayStation 5.
What about what do you think about the Mandalorian trailer, Alex?
I didn't see it because I still haven't watched The Mandalorian.
I have not had. I saw that it was released. I have not had
you
chance to check it out, unfortunately.
Are you going to be the new Leo here, James, or are you going to have that disappointed gleam in your eye?
No, you guys all have lives. I'm not going to be mad at you guys. You don't do everything. I finished Mandalorian like season 1 like 3 weeks ago, so like it took me a while to get the last 2 episodes in.
The only thing I watched recently just to binge was I watched Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beasts on Netflix.
On Netflix, I heard that was really good.
It's great. I highly recommend it. It's such a great show. It's I would put it up there with the lessons that it's taught in Avatar into that show. I genuinely think it's a great show.
Hello.
Leo's trying to. Oh, look, we figured you just didn't like.
You weren't talking about you. Don't look back at
I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just don't go back to the old tape. No, listen to the last tape for the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I meant to get rid of you guys.
Don't look at.
No, Alex, Sly Cooper, delete.
I don't care if they ever go back to that franchise. I want them to make more Ghost games.
Speaking of that, how did you like that Ghost House I sent you? You order that, James?
Ghost House?
Was it the ghost? It was the trap. No, or the containment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty cool. Like I said, stuff like that, it actually makes it like it just seems like a lot of fun with how parents kind of go above and beyond for that stuff, for the ectocontaminant for the kids. I'm not that creative, so that's something I would probably never do for my child.
Yeah.
Yet. This is recorded, James. Yet.
No, I'm not that creative.
Yeah. I know we spent the entire time talking about PlayStation. Did we want to mention Mandalorian?
Well, as no one else watched the trailer than me and you, Leo, then let's do it next week.
We were kind of talking about it while you were off, and we went into really great detail about it, and we're just kind of over it now.
How Boba Fett's suit can be seen when he is riding the speeder.
Was that a breakdown video you watched directly afterward, Leo?
It was, yeah.
You didn't catch that with your sharp eagle eye.
Yeah.
You just immediately went to a breakdown video.
Like I said, the only thing for me that I liked out of the trailer was they are pushing the Jedi, and I think you're going to see a lot more. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw more of the, hidden Jedi like you saw in Rebels, that you saw in Clone Wars. I know that some of the clones from Clone Wars stars came back that survived both wars are there. So it's something that's very interesting, and I'm kind of curious to see exactly what they take with it. You saw Sasha Banks in there. People are saying that she's actually playing Ahsoka, not Rosario Dawson. Because I know Ahsoka does have a part in it. I'm very curious. Like I said, it's only 10 episodes again, and every episode's 30 minutes. So there's a lot of people that are saying that's supposed to be in this show. I'm hoping to see what story they can put through together. The one thing I was kind of cool that did come out of this was they confirmed that Jon Favreau did direct an episode. So I'm kind of excited to see how he does that directing. So.
Nice.
Did you guys also see that they're doing a Far Cry VR game that's based in Far Cry 3?
They need to go back because Far Cry 5 fucked everything up.
Why?
They ended the world. It's like there was a nuclear war, and then I guess Far Cry 6 didn't get too good of reviews. It was taking place during the nuclear war.
Far Cry has, a lot of their games from Ubisoft has just become reskinning of old games.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Hello, Jack.
Yeah, I think I'm tired of the Far Cry games. I mean,
Well, like I said, some games, like I said, I always go back, and I've said in the show multiple times, and Adam Sessler is the one who said the quote, and it was about Assassin's Creed. How can I miss you if you won't go away?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I'm all for shows going away, or movies, or not movies, but shows or video game series that just go away for a couple of years. Like, I think that's what made God of War such a good, like, it, because God of War just ended, and it kind of just was like, okay, it did its time. It was a product of the PlayStation 2 era, you know, even though they had PlayStation 3 in the PlayStation, the PSP and the PS Vita. It was one of those things where it was like, no one really had interest in God of War after a point. God of War was announced for the PlayStation 4, and it was heralded as like, this is a logical next step for this franchise. And, you know, it was enough time break that it could be bring back a new audience and start a new audience and bring back its existing audience. So, you know, and I think Assassin's Creed did a little bit of that with Odyssey. They kind of took a little bit of a break, and then they came back a little stronger. So, you know, if some series want to go away, and I think that's why Ratchet and Clank it works so good. Like they go away for a couple of years, and they come out only when a new system comes out. Like there hasn't been any new Uncharted stuff. I wouldn't mind a new Uncharted game coming out with like the kid, like the daughter, or of some of the other characters there as well. You know, it's okay.
That would be a really great Tomb Raider reboot.
You know, but same thing. There's another one. Tomb Raider went away and came back years after the fact, and was the first of the 3 games was heralded as a really good game. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I wish more tentpole franchises would do that. So
if only Star Wars would do that.
Well, Star Wars, I think, is trying new things, and that's Disney now behind it too. But like Squadrons, that trailer they dropped earlier this week, that 8-minute long trailer, looked fantastic, and it looked really good. And
trailer, it's a friggin' CGI.
It doesn't matter. It was still better than the last 3 Star Wars movies. So, you know, and that actually had, like, you know, a story, and it got me excited to want to play the mission and the single player aspect of it. You know, and especially as you can do the Rebellion or the New Republic or the Empire, and it takes place after Endor, which again is right now very much a black hole in the current Star Wars canon. So, like I said, anything to fill in those gaps and, you know, bring back a little bit of that Rogue Squadron magic, which I think they're trying to do. I'm all for it, and, you know, like I said, I will try it out and go from there.
If it's going to be filled with microtransactions and pay to win,
you're gonna run. Here's the funny thing with Leo. You don't need to do that stuff. You don't need to do it. Just play the game.
No,
it's a single player game.
You're still fun. You're still giving them money by playing it.
It's not
exactly.
You're still a number.
I seriously doubt that it's going to be a full single player game.
It's not. There's going to be multiplayer. Of course, it's going to be multiplayer. They want it as like dogfighting. It's called Squadrons, plural. Like you want a squadron of TIE fighters or whatever. It's the same thing with Battlefront.
So you're going to get you're going to get 2 levels of like single player game, and then it's going to push you to the online. And
Battlefront 2 had a completely fleshed out single player mission. Battlefront 2's single player was really, really good and freaking hard.
Wasn't that because they got a lot of pushback from the first game, and they actually were like,
the first one had no single player.
Yeah, because they got a lot of flack, and every time they get flack, it's because they're not listening, and they will continue not to listen.
You see, is the microtransactions are going to involve fuel, just like.
Also, don't forget, EA also released Star Wars Jedi Order, which was a completely 100% single player game and got rave reviews.
I still didn't buy it because it's EA.
Then you're missing out on a hell of a good game.
Yeah, but I still don't want to support a shit company.
Then buy it used.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Not saying that it's a bad game or developers or anything, but I don't want to support a shit company.
Yep. Then go to GameStop and buy it used, or buy it at a flea market, or to Joe Schmo's used game shop.
Where's that located?
It's up here in Half Moon, New York.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought you were just making up something. That's a long trick.
Well, I know we went past time, so we'll wrap things up unless you guys have anything else, and we'll have
No, Leo, go play those games. You have a PlayStation account. Like, you want to play a Star Wars game with people. You're paying for PlayStation Plus for what?
for the free game.
I'll be on the other side of it. It's like, just don't support them.
I need instruction on how to play with people.
Pick a game and you play with them.
I mean, you kind of do it with us week by week.
Basically, it's the same concept, Leo.
I mean, I think
the cool thing about the PlayStation 2 is like you can talk to other people in other games. Like, it's a global chat.
How can you talk? Do I got to get a headset?
Yes.
You don't have to. It would help to communicate if you did.
It really would. I mean, I can have you in a chat on a team, and you can just talk to nobody, and you can just listen to hear me like scream bloody murder. Or if you get like a game like DC Universe Online or Star Trek Online, it's free, and you just connect via the games.
Or you can be that dude that talks through emotes.
Exactly.
You can be that guy. You can be the Genji of every other game out there that asks you to heal, and no matter what, they'll ask you to heal them, even though we played this one Overwatch match years ago. I will bring this up because this shit was funny. Is that years ago, I was on a chat, except one person wasn't. He was just a rando, and he popped in and played Genji, and I was like, guys, let's all be healers. And across the board, all of us were healers for the game. And we were healing him the entire time, making him like the tank, essentially, while we all just went to him. And the guy literally was still bitching that he needed healing. And somehow we just brute force left him behind as all healers. We should have died immediately. And we all just cut through all of the points we had to get to. And we beat it in like an instant while this Genji was still bitching in the background that he needed healing. It was insane. And I was just a bitch ass Mercy.
Can I be the guy that yells Leroy Jenkins before we run in?
You know what the cruel irony is going to be, Leo?
What?
The cruel irony is that you're going to be on chat and you're going to yell Leroy Jenkins, and no one in the chat's going to know what you're referring to.
Yeah, that will happen.
Is that your name?
That's something my dad would say.
What exactly are you trying to get at, sir?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Okay, so Alex, where do you like people following you?
You can follow me at Pure Alex Hoy on Instagram or Twitter, spelled different ways with underscores, but you'll still find relatively the same thing. I'm on Patreon, and I have a comic that I worked on. It's the Hatchet anthology. It comes out. It's a Hatchet Halloween Tales anthology. It comes out on the 30th of September this month, and it's up for pre-order on the Aeroscope website. And it's going to be super awesome, super great. Please go pre-order it if you can, or go ask your comic shop. And there's a lot of other cool things on the way. I'm super excited about, but this is my first like in stores published comic, so I'm really excited about it. And please go check it out. I'm so in disbelief of it because I worked hard on it.
Well, I'll make sure I pre-order it
and not support EA. I'm kidding.
Yo.
You can find me at Boy Meets Phone on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You'll see it a lot on those same social media channels. And of course, you can find me here. James?
You can find me at Longtime Storm on Tweet and Instagram. And if you guys want one of these cute little crocheted cats, my wife makes them, and I'll plug her. She makes a lot of cool stuff. This is just the one she made today. She made like 2 or 3 of them pretty quickly. And check out her site, it's on right now, at Fat Cat Crochet Studios, Instagram and on Facebook. She posts a lot of her stuff, and I know she's going to be doing a bunch of these for sale. So if you guys want your little crocheted cat, angry cat, of course, definitely reach out to her, like her page on Instagram and Twitter. But also, you can find me here on every Wednesday on the Dorkening, and then my show, It's Go Time with Jay and James. That show drops every Monday morning. So check that out. It's in the show notes because Leo does not update the show notes with my information, so I had to physically do it today. So It's Go Time, Jay and James. Just search Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. So Leo,
how's it? Is it cold over there in that shade, Leo? Over there?
Yeah. Yes,
it was like follow Yo-Yo, follow Galax, follow everybody else. Jen and James Pod at Jen and James Podcast. I'm like, follow James.
Hey, also James, can I see a closer close up of the cat? You can put it up in the camera so people can see. I love it.
Same.
That is awesome.
Yeah, she does a lot. She also does she also does a Pop-Tart.
A Pop-Tart?
Yeah, she does a Pop-Tart. A little Pop-Tart with the same kind of like angry face. Or happy face, but she always does anger for some reason.
Come on, people. That sells itself. Go get a Pop-Tart and a cat. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so check it out. Like I said, she's really good at crocheting, and I know she makes a couple blankets, but if you guys want something particular, you can always shoot her a message and see if, and kind of
Are
stuff
you gonna ask for Baby Yoda?
I'm not going to ask for Baby Yoda, but if she did
You were totally asking for Baby Yoda, aren't you?
No. I have enough Baby Yodas. I got it.
You sure about that?
What makes you say that? Over
No
your
idea.
shoulder, clear view.
Yeah, there's even more. There's even more that came in.
Came in.
I thought.
Are you buying them in bulk?
Pretty much, yeah.
I thought I had a problem with the porgs, and Leo.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with all of you? Porgs?
Well, they make the Baby Yoda with the bowl of soup. They make him holding the little ball. They make him eating a frog.
Ball?
Yeah, the little ball from the first series. The thing from his shifter. And
I know what you're saying.
There's now a Baby Yoda with a pendant. He's holding like a Mandalorian pendant. Then you have him standing with Mando. Then you got the big 10-inch. And I think there's a couple others as well.
You'll know when it comes in next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just, it gets alarming. Between your porgs and your Baby Yodas, it's just...
What's the question?
Where does it end is the question.
So she makes a Pop-Tart and she makes a cat. Can she make a Pop-Tart cat?
I was actually going to ask that after.
Probably. I'll ask her. She also makes a little a s'more too.
Sleep well, Jack.
Oh, you've seen.
We love you.
Actually, the s'more one
Jack.
she shared on Instagram. Night, Jack. The s'more one she shared on Instagram, and Michael's actually picked it up and asked them to be part of their national campaign.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
Yep.
Very.
So it's really good stuff. Yeah. So like I said, check it out. Fat Cat Crochet Studios, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those fun places. But yeah, like you said, she's going to put these together. She's going to make a bunch of them, and it's kind of going to be first come, first serve. I kind of told her that she needs to put out like a pre-order list and see how many people want them and then make them. So, but kind of made to order, not to like, so.
Yeah.
But she already has one for you, Yo-Yo. And I think Leo wants one and probably Alex wants one. So she'll get at least you 3 done.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Does she do different patterns on them or?
It's really based on the yarn she gets. It's because this is just the type of yarn she bought. So
I'm just saying, October's coming up. Black cats would make a killing, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll bring it up to her. Like I said, it's just for her. It's whatever yarn she gets. And I know this yarn, I think she said this yarn was on sale.
Just don't sell them on Halloween because you guys know that you can't adopt black cats on Halloween specifically because they made
laws against it. Yeah.
But I still think it's weird if people try to buy your little cats on Halloween because it's like, oh, this will work. It's like, no, it's cute. Don't hurt it.
Well, I'll let you guys have a good evening. I want to thank you all for watching. So definitely check the show notes and the updated show notes for all our awesome people here. And head on over to thedorkening.com for all the shows on the network. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Peace.
Later.
I love you all. Have a good night.
Disconnect the stream.